All right, so we're back at 2904 Dove Run. You've seen this house a bunch of times inside. We've been building a pool here for, what, 9 months now?
It seems like forever, honestly. We've shown you guys the house, and I know that we've communicated we've had a very difficult time getting this pool completed. So we're gonna walk through, hopefully, look at
see a finished product.
Yeah. So we've shown you this house, but if you're new to the channel, we're the Boeckle Brothers. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Landon.
And we flip homes here in Las Vegas. We've actually flipped over 325 homes in the last 5 years. Now, we're again at a house we may have shown you before, but we're trying to go outside and see our finalized backyard design and pool.
But before we show it to you, make sure to smash that like button so we hit that algorithm and we keep growing. All right, so let's check this pool out. Let's give you a little background if you don't know about this pool. This pool's taken over 9 months to build.
I feel bad because they're right there.
The guys are still here doing it. We're gonna talk about them anyways because it's taken 9 months to build.
Yeah. We've built pools before, and we've built pools a lot faster before, to be honest. But we've built essentially like this structure, this design. We've done pads and we've done turf. And for whatever reason, whether it's contractors or permits or materials or whatever, this has taken about 9 months.
Yeah, far too long. Also, we'll talk about a couple lessons learned on this project later on in the video, so make sure to stay tuned till the end so we can go over lessons and tips.
Yeah.
Now it's time to show you this pool.
I can't count how many videos have us been in the backyard walking around in dirt with a big hole back here, and we've been wanting to show you guys this final product for so long.
Now it's supposed to be finished. It looks like it's about 99% there. I see a couple things not finished yet. The entire back wall of the pool is supposed to be a fire bar. That's supposedly going in today, so we'll see if that actually happens. Overall though, I do like the design and the look of the yard now that we got the turf down and the pads painted.
Now that it's all here, why don't we walk through each component and tell them what we did and kind of why we did it.
Okay.
Cool. So starting right here, this is basically the end of the existing patio in the backyard. Everything in front of me here was blank, dirt, and it's all been done by us. One of the things that we needed to do was actually this side of the yard had a pretty serious grade and up to the neighbor's yard. So in order to do this cost effectively, we actually had to build a little retaining wall right here along this entire side of the yard so that we could have a step up instead of removing all of this dirt.
Yeah, one thing that was also here that took quite a while and was a little bit challenging to get done was we had to fence the entire yard in as well to separate it from the golf course, because if you have a pool, you have to have a fenced backyard. You can't have an open yard with a pool because children or people may come stumble in it and drown. So for safety purposes and for code purposes, we got to have the fence done. That took a while to put in, and it wasn't cheap.
Right.
Cost us about $8,000 to install the fence surrounding the yard. But what it also did is define the yard. And now that we have a really nice defined backyard, the space isn't bad. I love that there's nice big grass patches all around, which is great. It's not all just concrete pad pool deck.
No.
The turf surrounding it kind of gives you room to play, gives dogs room to play. I like the feeling of this.
Right. So continuing on with what we did, obviously we did it all, but we put all this turf surrounding the entire pool. So there's turf going even behind the pool up to the fence. We poured in all of these concrete pads, so at least up against the pool, and right as you walk into it, there's a space for chairs, there's a space for loungers, there's, you know, plenty of space to actually put some outdoor furniture here and sit next to your pool.
Yeah, the pool size, if you're wondering, it's 30 feet long, 15 feet wide. So it's not a gigantic pool. They're not really doing deep pools anymore. I think the maximum depth of this pool is 5 feet.
Yeah, no, it's not very deep anymore. Like if you want to find a deep pool, you're gonna find one that was built in the 80s here in Vegas, so it's older. But also in the summertime when it's super hot, to get in and cool off, it's really all you need.
Yeah, it's nice that we did the swim deck here so you can put two lounge chairs in it inside the water. It's always nice there. And we did the level spa. It's actually a pretty big spa. This probably fits 8 to 10 people in it comfortably.
No, this is really nice. It's surrounded by the tile that's surrounded by the rest of the pool. It's kind of built in on the same grade and level as the pool, so it looks really clean, really modern.
It has multicolored LED lights in it, so at night this should look really beautiful. The landscape around the entire yard, as you can see, also is all lit up and has brand new lights installed, which is going to be really beautiful here at night.
One of the coolest things that we've been waiting to show you guys, and again, I'm sorry, but this yard is only 99% finished, so this is the one thing that we're waiting on, is we are actually able to install more of a feature than we originally planned in the back side of this pool here. So as you can see, this little trough right here that's behind the jacuzzi, and then this trough that actually runs the entire length of the pool itself, on the inside of it is actually space for a fire bar. So we're gonna have about 6 to 7 inch flames right here off a fire bar that gives you an excellent backdrop for the pool and for the spa.
Now on top of that, we actually did another addition. The water features were supposed to come out of this retaining wall here, but instead we decided to do the full length firewall. And behind it, right here, as you can see, we have spitters installed. So these are little water spitters that are gonna spit streams of water over the fire and retaining wall into the pool. And there's 3 of these evenly spaced along the back side of the pool. So that's gonna look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Lit up, fire, spitters into the pool. Pretty high end.
Overall, we did a lot here.
Yeah.
We did a high-end job. I think it looks really nice. It looks really crisp and clean. It looks modern. It looks like something brand new that you would want in either a new build or a fully renovated home.
Yeah.
And when you actually think about it, with all the landscaping we did, the concrete that we poured, the pool that we dug, all the equipment and plumbing that's necessary, the fire that we added, the spitters that we added, the turf, and all the landscape that goes around it, this is a big job.
It's a huge job, but should have taken 9 months? Probably not. And I think the lesson we learned here that we've talked about in other videos as well with some of our other contractors is, you know, sometimes you want to cut corners and find the cheapest people to do the jobs for you. And that may seem like a good idea up front, but what's it get you? You know, cheap non-professional contractors get you cheap non-professional work in terms of either quality, service, or timing. And in this case, timing really affected us on this job.
Yeah, absolutely. We decided to try and save a little bit by going with the cheaper contractor, but we paid for it at the end by holding on to this house for probably an extra 2 to 3 months than we needed to.
Right, definitely 3 months longer on interest cost adds up to really tens of thousands of dollars on a project this big. So truthfully, did we save time cutting corners or save money cutting corners?
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
No. Now, a lot of the content we've shared with you about this home and about this renovation has been all bad news bears. But to be honest, there is some good news. So let's go ahead and share that with everyone.
Lots of light at the end of the tunnel on this one.
Yeah.
So this is a property that we bought last June, I believe.
I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah, took a while. Interior's been done for months. Pool finally done. We actually were gonna sell this home for $1.7 million when we initially bought it.
That was our plan.
But with market timing and with appreciation and with very low inventory and high demand, we actually ended up getting a buyer for this property $200,000 higher than we thought we would.
At 1.9.
$1.9 million cash. So at the end of the day, you're wondering what this property is going to make us in profits. It's going to be about $390,000 in net profits.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of the holding costs went up, the interest went up. We didn't overpay necessarily for any of the renovation. We stayed on budget with the house, and the pool, of course, stayed pretty much on budget too. So all the original numbers that we were going to renovate the house with pretty much stayed in place. Luckily for us, the market's appreciated, and we're taking advantage of it.
So turns out to be a good deal. We're pretty happy with it. Already have it in contract with the buyer, so we don't even have to mess with the market. And this thing's gonna close in the next 30 days, and we're gonna move on to the next deal.
Yeah, the only sad story is we won't be bringing you back to this house because we're gonna sell it and get rid of it, move on to the next one.
If you have any questions on some of the delays with construction, timing, you know, some of the lessons that we learned on this project, if you're dealing with the same issues that we've dealt with on this one, reach out to us. We're happy to help you. We're happy to walk you through it.
Yep, we'll keep showing you lessons we learn and properties we renovate. But until then,
we'll see you on the flip side.